Hey everyone, I'm Flo, Duty's Behind the Camera. We're all about simple food, simple faith. Merry Christmas, everyone. I cannot believe that this is the last episode before Christmas, and I just wanted to wish you all a very sweet time with your family and friends. We are making Filipino white pork adobo today. Apparently, the last time I made white pork adobo, I was mistaken. I thought by adding coconut milk made it white, but that is not the case. Apparently, that was called coconut pork adobo, and today I'm actually going to show you how to do the white pork adobo. We're going to start by cutting the onions so I don't have to wash another cutting board, and I'm going to say one onion, but my onion wasn't looking so great, so I'm just going to use what I have. I have one or part of a red onion that I'm just going to cut up into chunks. And I'm also using one giant shallot to make up for the part of the onion that wasn't there. I'm just going to cut this up also into chunks. I'm using a whole bulb of garlic. So I'm going to say about 6 to 8 regular cloves, but these are giant. Okay, there's only 4 in here. Wow. I'm just going to remove the skins. So normally I would just bruise them, but this garlic is really hard. I'm not sure why. I think it's this type of garlic. Anyways, I'm just going to chop it up, just roughly. And get some of these bigger chunks. All right, that's good enough. Just adding them to the onions, and we'll cook it all at the same time. I have 3 pounds of pork shoulder, and this piece of pork shoulder I really like because it's so nicely marbled and it's not so lean. So this part would be quite lean. If you get a big piece that has like this section that's quite big, I find that those pork shoulders are on the drier side, so it's not as tender and juicy. So I like to buy pork shoulder that's more marbled like this. And it's also called pork butt. This one doesn't have the skin, but if it had the skin on it, it would be called a picnic pork shoulder. I don't know. In any case, I'm going to cut this up into about 2-inch cubes, and we just want them to cook evenly, so we want to be able to cut these pieces down to equal size. So whatever size you choose, stick with that. I'm using the electric pressure cooker today, and so I know that using a 2-inch piece is a good size. If you want to cook it quicker, you could cut the pieces down smaller. All right, 3 pounds of pork shoulder. And if you didn't have pork shoulder, you wanted to use a different cut, pork belly is a really good cut to use as well, or you can even use pork ribs for this recipe. I'm seasoning it with a tablespoon of kosher salt, and it sounds like a lot, but really it's just about a teaspoon per pound of meat. And white adobo is different from the regular adobo I make with the soy sauce. So the reason why it's called white adobo is because we are using salt instead of soy sauce for the saltiness. I'm just moving it around to get the salt kind of all over the different pieces. And then we're going to sear this in the electric pressure cooker. Okay, I'm using the saute mode, and I'm adjusting it to more heat, high heat. And we're just gonna let that heat up. If you are cooking this on the stove top, I would cook it on a medium-high heat. Once the pot is hot, we're gonna add a tablespoon of cooking oil. I'm using avocado oil today, but you can use any neutral cooking oil that can withstand a hot temperature, like vegetable oil, canola oil, peanut oil, any of those will do. And I'm just gonna sear the meat on probably 2 sides. I just want to add some extra flavor. And you might have to do this in a couple of batches. You don't want to overcrowd your pot, otherwise the pork will just steam instead of sear. You just want to sear it for about a minute and then turn them over. There, that's what you are looking for. I'm just going to flip it to the other side and get the other side going. All right, it took me 3 batches, so I'm removing the last batch now. So I'm just browning 2 sides of it because I want to add some extra flavor to the adobo. But I don't have the patience to brown all sides. But if you do, you are more than welcome to. Once you get the pork out, add the onions and the garlic. I'm just going to saute that for a couple of minutes until they're softened a little bit. I'm just going to add about a 1/4 cup of water just to deglaze the bottom of the pot because of all the brown bits. And we want to remove those brown bits because first of all, it's flavor, but also if you don't, during the cooking process, the pressure cooker may think that there's burning at the bottom. And so that's one of the safety features. It will just give you a burn and overheat message, and then that will stop your cooking. If you're doing this on a stovetop, it's also a good idea to just deglaze the bottom of the pot. There. You see? I don't know if you can tell, but all the brown spots are now been liquefied. At this point, you can turn off your heat. So cancel the saute mode. Okay, we're going to add the pork and all the juices back in. Also going to add a tablespoon of white sugar. The white sugar is there to balance out all the flavors. I have 3 bay leaves, and they're curled because I dried them myself. So 3 bay leaves, I'm just going to tuck them in there, and 2 teaspoons of black peppercorn. I'm also adding 1/2 cup of white vinegar. Now that's enough liquid for the pot to come to pressure. You don't have to add any more liquid to this. And the onions are going to release juices, the pork is going to release juices, and so that will be enough to create a sauce, because with a pressure cooker, you're not going to, well, none of the liquid will evaporate. However, if you're doing this on the stovetop, I would increase the vinegar to 1 cup and also add another cup, also add another cup of water. Okay, placing the lid on, locking it into place. I need my sealing knob. Sealing knob is on sealing, and we're going to manual high pressure, and I'm going to increase it to 40 minutes. All right, and that's it. And the great thing about using the electric pressure cooker is that I can now that I've set it, I can forget it and get working on my rice and a vegetable on the side. Okay, once the cooking is done, you need to release the pressure. I don't know which way to push it. Freaks me out every single time. All right, let's see what we've got here. Oh, smells so good. So as you can see, if you've had regular adobo with the soy sauce, then it's not as dark. And what we're going to do now is, you can tell that the pork is actually, I wish you can tell, or no, I can tell that the pork is actually really soft. But we're going to reduce the sauce for about 10 minutes, just to thicken the sauce and to cook the pork just a little bit more. To reduce the sauce, I'm going to turn the saute mode back on and adjust it to high. And we're going to reduce it for about 10 minutes. If you're doing this on the stovetop, bring the pot up to a boil, turn the temperature down to a low so that it's simmering. Put a lid on and let it cook for about an hour, and then take the lid off, increase the heat a bit, and reduce the sauce for another half an hour or so. Remember, we would have added a lot more liquid if you're doing it on the stovetop, so you need that liquid to reduce down. All right, so it's been simmering for about, well, not really simmering, but reducing for about 10 minutes. And I'm going to, I've already turned it off, but it's still hot, I guess. I'm going to skim off some of the fat because the pork shoulder is a bit fatty. If you're using pork belly, it'd be even fattier. It's a good idea to remove some of that fat. You don't want to ingest all of it. All right, so you can see that the sauce has thickened and reduced. And now we're just gonna put it in a serving bowl. The meat is falling apart. It looks so good. All right, garnish with some green onions that I had chopped up. This makes a lot, guys. This is what's in my bowl, but look at how much is left in the pot. Are you all ready for?
This is the Christmas edition of The Taste. Merry Christmas, guys. This is a good one. Filipino adobo is one of my favorite dishes. And so yeah, usually have done the soy-based one and then the coconut milk-based one. Now we have the true white adobo. I'm looking forward to tasting this because it smells wonderful. All right, got a nice piece of meat there. And definitely true about the, not as fat as the pork belly, but got the nice marbling in there. Is it different than the soy-based? We'll have to taste it. Oh, dude, that meat fell apart. Very tender. It's vinegary, but not in your face vinegary. It's a nice, smooth vinegary. And the umami is like really, really nice. Deep, but not too strong. Got lots of sauce to drench your rice. And the meat is tender and super tasty. It's like, why wouldn't you?
Awesome, thanks, dude. If you're looking for a last-minute gift for simple and easy recipes, check out Chinese Homestyle. Otherwise, for this recipe, check it out on my website, lolam.com.